We're going to talk a little bit about narcissists, especially if you're an empath, a sensitive person, or autistic. You're going to encounter these people. So, narcissistic people are sometimes kind of easy to spot. They will be very shiny or very popular or very likable, sometimes very pretty physically. And essentially what they are is they are like a flower with no roots or a tree with no roots. So they have all the masculine of what is seen, but there is absolutely nothing there when it comes to the unseen foundation that builds all of us. And so they're completely focused on the masculine and completely void of the feminine, which is sense of self, security in who they are, emotional sensitivity and empathy, compassion. There's nothing there. But you can't tell unless you actually get to know them that that's the case. And they've essentially built the most beautiful, luxurious, lavish flower without any root system. And that's all they value is the material, the physical, and that. So, with these individuals, all they care about is, like I said, the materialistic. And what that means is they only care about how they look, how other people look, how much money they have, how much money other people have, what they can gain from other people materialistically, and the status that they have and the way people perceive them. Their whole identity is really built on this. Now, they're very, very dangerous people because, quite honestly, they don't have access to empathy. They don't build connections based on who they are. They build connections based on what they have. And if they were to lose all of that, they would have no one. If you are an authentic person or a person who leads their life in an authentic way, especially if you're kind, you will probably encounter people like this in your life. They're very, very fake and very, very dangerous. And you'll probably experience a little narcissistic abuse. And if you end up dating one of these demons, okay, here's what's going to happen. There's a cycle that I won't get into, but it's basically where they love bomb you, they try to attach to you really quickly, and then they start to degrade you and put you down. And they will gaslight you and tell you that they're not doing that, and if you start to pull away, they'll love bomb you again. And then when they've had enough of you and they've taken as much as they can energetically, they will discard you, throw you out to the curb, do a smear campaign, tell everyone you're this wicked, terrible, ugly person, and that they're this perfect, angelic person who's done no wrong, and then they'll look for another target. They're basically vampires. Really, really, when it comes to evil people and wicked people, they're like the top of the top. So, I've had a lot of encounters with narcissistic people. One, because I'm autistic. Two, I'm a Scorpio. Scorpios are like the destroyers of narcissists. And three, I'm also an empath. And when narcissists meet me, they're like so magnetized to me. Why? Because I'm hot, because I'm secure in myself, because I'm kind. I'm like the whole package, girl. And they want a piece of me in order to use that to boost their own status. As I start to reveal their shadows to them like a mirror, it will start to break things down. I hold them accountable to what they're doing. I am almost impossible to gaslight, because I literally was raised by a covert narcissist, okay? I've dealt with some of the most wicked narcissists in the world, in my opinion, in my experience, wicked narcissists. And it's very, very difficult to do that when I'm around. And it's very, very hard to manipulate me if you're a narcissist. And what ends up happening is, as they start to become afraid, and as I start to pull their mask off and force them to face their shadows, they almost always are too weak to actually confront their own pain and their own darkness, their own lack of root system. And the truth is, me being in their life, I believe narcissists can heal. I think it's very difficult. It's very painful. Their entire identity is built on the flower. How could they focus on the roots? But when they are with me, I offer that space to be able to heal in that way, and most of them don't take it. So what happens instead? I become alpha. So I get called the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm wicked, I'm evil, I'm twisted. When I know the truth, I'm authentic, I'm kind, I'm always going to honor who I am, and I reveal the truth. And they often do a smear campaign, tell everyone and their brother about how terrible of a person I am. This is a common thing. It's called a smear campaign and a discard. So they may block you on every platform. They may tell every person that knew both you and them all these crazy, nasty things, nasty rumors to try to get people on their side, paint themselves as a beautiful, perfect angel who did nothing wrong, share everything bad that you ever did, do every manipulative tactic to try to get people aligned on their side so they can build a posse of sympathy, label themselves as a victim to your wicked abuse, and then discard you and leave you. They want to see you broken. They want to see you discarded and alone. And the best thing you can do if you deal with one of these twisted, miserable people is live your life to the best of your capacity. One of the worst narcissists of my life just had his head bashed in with a hammer like 9 months ago and bled on his bedroom floor. And here I am, upgrading, leveling up in life, etc. Okay, the last guy I dated was a narcissist. Just utter trash, really, really garbage human. And when we broke up, he never even dated me, by the way. He was cheating on me, sleeping with other guys, talking to other guys, kissing other guys, all while not actually committing to me, but wanting to be exclusive to him. So you aren't my boyfriend, but you have to pretend to be. And then when we separated, he went on to tell everyone he possibly could about how horrible I was, gossip about me, try to drag my name through the mud. That's part of why I have no friends in the city I'm in, because he was so diligent about spreading the rumors and spreading the poison. And the truth is, a lot of people use their discernment, right? And step away from narcissistic people like that and decide for themselves what they think is real and what they think isn't. And anybody that listens blindly to a narcissist and sides with them isn't someone you want to be friends with anyways. Those people are fake, flaky, and weak. They're weak. And you want friends that are strong, kind, and honest and authentic like you. So the best thing you can do is remember your worth, come back to who you are, and remember that they're really worthless. because a flower with no roots will never thrive.